If you were married for at least 10 years and you're now divorced, you could be leaving about $2,100 a month on the table that you're entitled to. That's money that's legally yours, even if your ex-spouse remarried and doesn't ever want to see you again. A lot of the divorced retirees that I speak to are completely unaware they can make a claim on their ex-spouse's Social Security benefits. And almost none know that the survival benefit can be nearly triple of the spousal benefit. Let's start off with the eligibility checklist. There are 4 main requirements for you to be eligible to claim spousal benefits. The first and number 1 requirement is that you need to have been married to the ex-spouse for at least 10 years before you got divorced. The second is that you must be unmarried yourself. It doesn't matter if your ex-spouse remarried, but if you remarry, you can no longer make a claim on the ex-spouse's benefits. You're then entitled to your new spouse's benefits. You yourself need to be at least 62 years old to make a spousal claim, and your ex-spouse also needs to be at least 62 years old for you to make a spousal claim. If your ex-spouse hasn't filed a claim yet, the divorce had to have been finalized at least 2 years ago. So let's say you're 62, your ex-spouse is 65, and your ex-spouse currently is not claiming on their Social Security. For you to make a claim on it, the divorce would have had to have occurred at least 2 years prior to that. While your ex is still alive, you're entitled up to 50% of their full retirement age for your spousal benefits. As of 2026, the full retirement age Social Security benefit amount is $4,152 a month. You, as the ex-spouse, are entitled to 50% of that if you wait till your full retirement age to make that claim. If you claim early at 62, then you're only going to get 32.5% of the spousal benefit that you're entitled to. So rather than the full 50%, you're going to get 32.5% of what their full retirement age would be. Even if your ex delays to take their Social Security until 70 to maximize their own Social Security benefit, you'll still only get 50% of what their Social Security would have been at age 67, which is the full retirement age as of 2026. One thing a lot of the retirees I work with are unaware of or don't know is that they're actually entitled to 100% of their ex-spouse's benefit once their ex-spouse passes away, even if the ex-spouse remarries. So if your ex-spouse delays taking their Social Security until 70 and they maximize their monthly benefit at about $5,100 a month, and then they pass away, you will be entitled to receiving the full benefit that they passed away with. So if you're already receiving the $2,076 a month from 50% spousal benefit, when your spouse passes away, you're gonna get a boost in your income by about $3,000 a month. So if you don't already know this, you're not already aware of it, and you are entitled to make a claim on something like this, take advantage of it because you are entitled to it, even if their surviving spouse is making the same claim. The next thing you might be wondering is, can you make a claim on this without your ex-spouse finding out or being involved? I can definitely understand wanting to know this, especially if maybe the divorce wasn't such a great experience for either one of you. Perhaps you don't want to have to talk to each other ever again. That's why you got divorced, right? So the thing that you need to know is you can make a claim on this benefit without your spouse ever knowing or being affected whatsoever. The Social Security Administration handles everything. Your ex is never notified of a single thing. And perhaps even better news, they have no right to block a claim that you have made. Basically, there's no permission or cooperation from your ex-spouse required. The last thing you need to know is the rules around remarriage. As we've stated throughout the video, if your ex-spouse gets married, it doesn't affect your ability to make a claim on your ex-spouse's Social Security. However, if you get remarried before the age of 60, it will impact your ability to claim. Your own remarriage before claiming on spousal benefits will end any right you have to make a claim. So if you're after the age of 60 and you're considering getting remarried, consider weighing whether or not you need to collect spousal benefits before you do engage in another marriage. Remarriage after the age of 60 does not affect survivor benefits. Even if you get remarried after the age of 60, you might not be able to make spousal benefit claims on your ex-spouse's Social Security income, but you can make survivor benefit claims. And if your ex-spouse is rather promiscuous and has been married a number of times, not to worry, multiple ex-spouses can make claims on a single spouse's benefit.